Welcome back to Further Solutions Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Encourage us more to share our video anywhere you see it, and if you have not subscribed before, kindly press on your subscribe button. We have a lot of videos for you to play with: mathematics, physics, and chemistry. Any topic you have problem with, just come and learn. You'll be fine. Just in case you want to reach us, you can drop a comment below, or you make use of this number to contact us. Oh, sorry. +234 823495997. Now you can do three things with this number. You can call us, you can WhatsApp us, and also Telegram is allowed. Either of the three, you are good to go. In this video, I'll be working on poisson. You all know what poisson is. It's a subtopic in probability, which is very, very good for everyone to understand. Furthermore, students or above secondary school students, it's a very nice part of probability, which is applied part of mathematics. Okay, now. Let me quickly tell you what I know about poisson before we go to calculation part of it. When you hear what this probability, which is called poisson, now let me quickly explain poisson to my own understanding. Poisson. Now, poisson or anyhow distribution. Now, the distribution, which you all know, can be used to approximate binomial distribution if which is a condition one, n is large and P is close to 0. 2. Our lambda equals to n, which is less than equals to 5, and our P is equals to less than equals to 0.1. And okay, that is very, very important when we're talking about poisson distribution. These are the things you need to understand. Now let me quickly explain experiment view. Are you there? Okay, numerical values of a random variable x, the number of sources occurring region are called poisson experiment. Now, that is what you need to understand when we talk about the word poisson distribution. Now, let me quickly explain something. We are talking about probability. Don't forget that of x can be equals to exponential raised to power lambda minus lambda, which is lambda raised to power x divided by x factorial. That is what you need to know. Where where my x are 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth to n. My q is 1 minus what? Now it means pass or fail. I think success or failure, that is one of the two. Head or tail, that is what I'm trying to say. Now, of not having, this is 1 minus what? This one is not having, q is not having, while p is what? Having. That is very, very important. Take note of that. Very, very important. What else do we need to work on? Let me quickly work on something before we go to examples and choose 1 or 2 examples. Now, okay, and if 1 out of every 1,000 participants treated with a new malaria drug, a reaction determine the probability that out of 2,000 patients, now one are exactly 1, 2 more than 1 patient suffer a reaction. Now look at this question. At least with this question we'll be able to do 1 or 2, explain myself very well. Now look at this very good question. If 1 out of every 1,000 patients treated with a new malaria drug suffers a reaction, determine the probability that out of 2,000 patients, exactly one more than patients suffered, more than 2 patients, sorry, let me use the word 2, more than 2 patients suffered a reaction. Now, let's solve this question and see how it will go. Now, we are talking about poison, don't forget that. And I've told you that we are talking about, when you are to try to select something from binomial. Take note of that. Now, what you just need to do is that we are talking about my p will be 0.001 and my q will be equals to 0.1999. Take note of that. Now, that is what we are talking about. Now, I think I've explained that earlier. Don't forget that my q equals to 1 minus p. Now, I think I'll be talking about that my p, let me quickly explain that. My p will be equals to 1 all over 1,000. Now, which I'll be talking about, which is I'll be having 0.001. That is how I have this. And my q will be equals to 1 minus 1 all over 1,000. Sorry, 1 all over 1,000, which I'll be having my q will be equals to 0.199. Please, that is how that is being done. Take note of that, just in case you are not getting that area very well. Now, what next I need to do is that you will now come to your what? You will now come to this area, which sorry, permit me to rub this part because there's no time and no space. Now, I can now come to this part by having using binomial, which is number 1. I'm using binomial. I've explained binomial in my previous video. Try to check it. It means P of what? Of x equals to r. P of x equals to r, which is equals to n combined days of PR and QR minus 1R. Now, that is what we are talking about. I think I established this in my previous video, which I will now be talking about. In the first one, we are talking about P of what? X equals to 1, which it will be equals to 2000 of 1 is 0.001 raised to power 1, powering 1, and also 0.999 powering that is r. What is my r? My r is equals to n minus 1. my r is n minus 1, which is I'll be having 1999. That is very, very important. That is very, very important. Now, I will now move on by having my P of R, because we are talking about poison. This is our poison. We now be what? P of R of X, which is equals to R of lambda raised to power X divided by X factorial. Take note of that. That is what we are talking about. Now, Poisson condition. Let's talk about Poisson condition. Poisson condition. Now, my condition of Poisson will be equals to P less than equals to 0.1. Yes, very correct. And lambda will be equals to NP less than equals to 5. Take note of that. Very, very important. Now, it means my P. What is my P? My P is 0.00 less than 1 less than 0.1. Very correct. Which is, can you see that this number is less than this number? 0.001 is less than 0.1, which is very correct. And it means that condition went. And also, what else? My lambda will be equals to, my lambda will be equals to n is 2000, which is number of participants, 2000 multiplied by what is my P, which is 0.001, which I'll be having. It means I am trying to say that 2000 multiplied by 1 all over 1000, this we cancel this. You can see that is less than 5. That is less than 5. Yes, very correct. Since 2, I have 2 is less than 5. The next thing I will do, I will now continue on the. Okay, I cannot continue, which is my Poisson of what? Poisson of, we're talking about of R. Let me do that. Probability of R S equals to 1. It means the first question exactly 1. This is exactly 1. That is grammatical 1. Exactly 1. It means my P of R equals to 1. It means I'll be talking about now. It means my X equals to 1. It means I'll be talking about my E raised to power minus what is my lambda. My lambda is 2. Don't forget my lambda is 2, which is 2 here. I'll be having powering 2. What is my okay, lambda is also, what is my X? My X is equals to 1, which is 1 divided by, what is my X? My X is 1 factorial. I'm talking about 1 factorial. 1 factorial, we all know 1 factorial is 1. 0 factorial is also 1. Take note of that. I have to rub this part. Now, it means I will be talking about P of 1, X equals to 1, will be equals to 2 divided by what? 2 raised to power, E raised to power 2, which I will be having. Your calculator will be of help in this area. Now, with my calculator, I will have exponential of 2, okay, which I'll be having, it will be equals to, with my calculator, I'll be having 0 equals to 0.271. That is my answer. That is my answer. Now, this is 0.271. That is my answer. Now, since I know that, number two, the question number two, which is, number two tells us more than 2 patients. More than 2 patients suffers reaction. Now, more than 2 patients suffer reaction. What we need to do at this point is that what I will just do, we are talking about more than 2 patients suffer reaction. It means now it means I'll be talking about the poison of more than 2. More than 2 will be equals to 1 minus probability of 0 plus probability of 1 plus probability of 2. That is what we are to do of that case of more than 1. Now, that is what we need to do. It means I will be talking about 1 minus bracket of e raised to power minus 2. Lambda is 2 already, and 2 raised to power is 0 divided by 0 factorial. Permit me to do that in the next part, so that I'll be able to permit me to do that there. Now, it means I'll be having 1, the p of more than 2 will be equal to 1 minus, which is, I will have lambda raised to power minus 2, 2 raised to power 1, power is 0 divided by 0 factorial, plus e raised to power 2, which is e raised to power 2. I'll be having 2 raised to power 1 factorial, plus I'll be having, which is going to be e raised to power minus 2 raised to power 2 divided by 2 factorial. That is what we are talking about, which I'll be having 1 minus bracket of 1 all over e plus 4. That'll be 2 all over e raised to power 2 plus, now I'll be having 4 all over, which is 4, 5, 1. I'll be having 2 all over e raised to power, no, I'll be having 4. This is going to be 4. Yes, I'll be having 2 will cancel 2, which is going to be 2 will also be remain 2 all over. Now, which I will be having that, I'll be having 1 minus E is everything, which I'll be having 5 all over e raised to power 5. Now, which I'll be having, if I press my calculator, it will surely give me, okay, now calculator will give me is 0.32. 0.3223. That is my answer. That is poison. Now, that is poison. How I wish I can give more example. Okay, let me show one more example before I end this part of this. Okay, let me please show one more example. That when you are in poison, you understand everything. Okay. Okay, now, let's play around with this question. This is another question that will really help us to understand. Out of 5,000 seed of planted, only 2 did not reach the age of 40 years. If 1,000 seed are planted, if 10,000 seed are planted, find the probability that 1, exactly 3 will not reach the age of 40 years. 2, at most 3 will not reach the age of 40 years. And 40 years, and at least 4 will not reach the age of 40 years. Now, let's try to play with this question. Okay, now look at this question. It's very simple. Just note that. Just know that it's very, very simple. What you just need to know is probability condition, which is very, very important. The first thing I will do is that I will try to check the condition on the poisson. What is the condition of poisson? You should understand the condition by now on poisson, which I will be conditioned. Now, the first one is P less than equals to 0.1. That is first thing. And also my lambda, and my lambda must be equals to NP less than equals to 5. Take note of this very well. Now, what did I need? It means my P will be equals to 2 all over what? 5,000. What is my P? Now, can you see my P now? 2 did not reach the age of 40 out of 5,000. Now, it means 2 all over that. And it means I'll be talking about this means implies what? Is 0.0 5,500. Okay, it will be 0.0004 less than equals to 0.1. No, less than 0.1, which is very, very correct. Now, let's talk about the lambda part. The lambda will be equals to n of p. And what is my n? My n is 10,000. It means the number is what? My n is 10,000. Don't forget, my n is 10,000. Now, since my n is 10,000, this is my p. My p is 0.004. Now, it means by having that, I will now have my lambda equals to 10,000 multiplied by 0.004. 04. Now, which I will be having, it will be equals to it will be equals to, normally it will be equals to I need to say it's equals to 4. That is 4. Now you can notice that my 4 is less than what? 5. Because I've told you earlier that P must be less than equals to what? 5. It means it can be 5 or 5 below. That is the condition behind that. Since that condition applied, let's now apply applying that my P of S, let me just use of S, let me just put of S, let me put a number, equals to, what is I have my exponential raised to power lambda, my lambda raised to power x divided by what? X factorial. That is the this thing. Now, since I have that, all what I need is already available. Now, the first question is, at least exactly 3 will not reach the age of 40. Exactly 3 will not reach. It means, what am I trying to say there is that my S equals to 3. That is the meaning of that, which it will be equals to, will not reach. It means I will be having, my S is 3. It means I will be having e raised to power. What is my lambda? My lambda is what? My lambda is 4. My lambda is powering 4. 4 raised to power. What is my hex? My hex is what? Is 3 divided by 3 factorial. That is the interpretation which I will be talking about. Equals to 4 raised to power 3 divided by 3 factorial multiplied by 1 all over e raised to power 4. Now, with help of my calculator, I have to 3 raised to power 4. You know what that means, which is going to be 64. 64 divided by 6, which I'll be having. When you multiply with that, it will be 0.195. That is my P of X of 3. Now, it means X equals to 3. It means exactly 3. That is, if it is exact. Now, don't forget that we are talking about probability. Your answer must be between 0 and 1. Your answer must be in terms of place value, it must be between 0 and 1. Anytime you are solving any probability and the answer is more than 1 or less than 0, minus numbers are all less than 0. Now, it means you have done something wrong somewhere. Now, that is number 1. Number 2 now, at most, 3 will reach the age of 40, and at most 3 will reach the age of, at most, that is number 2. Let me quickly explain number 2. We are talking about at most, it means it's opoju. At most, 3 will not reach the age of what? Now, it means probability of at most 3. At most. Now, what I will just do is that I will be talking about what? Which it will be equals to probability of s equals to 0 plus probability of s equals to 1 plus probability of s equals to 2 plus probability of s equals to 3. That is what that is talking about. Now, you can now do your mathematical expression, which it will be equals to, I can now start by having, the first one will be having e of minus x 4 raised to power 0 divided by 0 factorial plus, and also I will just keep doing those things. Now, e raised to power minus 4 raised to power 1 divided by 1 factorial plus e raised to power minus 4 raised to power 2 factorial plus e raised to power minus 4 raised to power 1, 2, 3 divided by 3 factorial. Now, that is all what we need to do. Yes, that is all what we need to do. Now, it means I will be having, permit me to rub this part so that I will be able to explain myself very well. Now, it means I will be having 1 all over e raised to power 4 plus 4 all over e raised to power 4 plus 16 all over e raised to power 4, which is 2 will be here, 2 e raised to power 4 plus 64 divided by 6 raised to power e raised to power 4. Now, which I'll be having is 0. I'm pressing my calculator 183 plus 0.0733 plus 146